Alright guys, another video. Went out and spent more money. Hey, I found a rag. Whoops. Alright, so I started going through the comments and I noticed there's a lot of ungrateful people in the comments. Because, like, you know, I come out here, I put on a show, I feel like, and you'll get all these people that'll brag that their stock truck has, you know, it's never needed to be fixed or worked on or this and that, which for one, I call bullshit. Everything needs maintenance. But two, this isn't a stock truck and I don't just use it for work. Like, I daily the shit out of it. I beat the fuck out of this truck. And we're trying to make 600 horsepower as well. So obviously, if you don't have common sense, things are going to break. This truck was never made to make 600 horsepower. And we do get the new motor. Don't worry, we will be taking care of that. I'm not going to tell you how we're taking care of it, but we are. And I don't know, this truck's been really, really good lately. And we just happened to, here, check this out, I'll show you. Check it out. Boom. And it's crazy how many people are, like, upset. You could just buy a stock this and that, and it's like, I don't think people realize that I don't need to do this for a living. This is extra money. It's something to put on a show for you guys. I don't have to do it. I'm just doing it because it's fun. That VGT down there, we got her to work. I think I've run the VGT for about 30,000 miles now. And I think when we put the new motor in, we're gonna go with 100 horsepower injectors instead of 50s. But this truck's also heavy. Like, I mean, without fuel in it, about 93, 9,400-ish pounds. And then when we fill the tank, we're about 9,900, if not 10,000. And I beat the dog shit out of this girl. When I'm home, I daily drive this truck. I take it to the grocery store, to the gym, to work, take the family out, everything. Just fucking... I beat the shit out of this truck. And the fact that so many more people are upset that it broke. Like, you see that? I actually, you know what? I do need to change the tune file though, because that was rev limit, and I don't like that that was rev limit. Like, I can go to 4K. But you see what I mean? Like, shit doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all. Even with a hurt cylinder or two, I think we killed 4 and 6. Like, they're both kind of like half working, but it's fine. So in response, I spent money. When I get home, I have a few things that we're throwing at the truck. Then we're doing the motor and some other things here and there. I'm busy as shit this week, so I can only do so much, but we're gonna throw some money at Bertha because I can, and I guess it just spites the shit out of people that, I don't know, I don't see why people are upset that I do what I want with my truck. Like, if I wanted to come out here and drive a boring ass stock truck that was reliable, I would do that. But I have a truck that's reliable and makes good horsepower and is fun. No emissions, I don't know. I mean, I enjoy the shit out of this truck. This thing just takes a fucking beating. And yeah, there's a lot of things that happen off camera, guys. Like, I show you guys what I want you to see. Like, if something happens, oh, you better believe I'm picking up the camera because it's gonna get views. But the amount of trips, I have done so many trips in the last 6 months without a single issue, and views just went down the toilet. So now that we have a couple of little things, it's like, even for a water pump, it's like, what's that take, 5 minutes? And you guys click on that shit for some reason. So let's get home. I got a bunch of goodies, and yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of Bertha the entire way home as well. Alright, so I fucked up. I ordered a bunch of shit for Bertha, like this switch here, right? 5-position switch. We're redoing the tuning now on the box, but it's not working with my MacBook, so we gotta figure that out. But I gotta pull this whole front face off here. We're gonna get this thing vacuumed out tomorrow when I get back in the shop. But I ordered taillights and a bunch of just other little miscellaneous shit, and I didn't look at the date when things were supposed to be delivered, and some stuff's not coming until the 8th. And that makes me sad. So we're gonna get this switch kind of mounted and installed. I want to put it here, so we'll see if this this goes there, but I don't know. I don't want this one here. Alright, so yesterday my neighbor brought me over some, I was hoping super glue, but it wasn't, so I had to go get my own super glue, but he had that epoxy stuff. So I have this glued in place because this is where I want it. One here, and you're only supposed to draw, you know, a little tiny pilot hole. So I brought this whole thing inside, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, I'm probably gonna plop it somewhere just like that, and glue it in place, super glue it. And that will be the location, so it'll be perfectly center, it'll look factory. I don't want to drill any more holes in my interior, so that'll be nice. Alright, so pretty much that is super solid. Like, it is now part of it. And then we got our switch. It's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are on 3. It was bugging me that it was slightly off center, so there you go. Because I set it up on 1, but yeah, put it on 3. Stock, tow, economy, mild, or extreme, and then hot. Alright, now we get in the truck. Look how clean that looks. That looks so much better than it would have had I put it like up here or something, because I thought about pulling this switch out, but it's like, then I don't have anything to do with that. By the way, if you guys are still running cigarette lighters in your trucks, it's stupid. Don't do that. Look at that. I don't have a single cigarette lighter in this truck. So, yeah, I like that. Now I'm gonna end up fucking playing with it, but yeah, I don't think it works with the edge, so whatever tune I'm on, so I just left it on. I just put it in the 3rd position because that would technically be the tune that I'm on, and we're gonna be going to clean this thing out tomorrow before I make my trip over there to the old Indiana, but still waiting on a bunch of stuff. We'll be here today. Alright, so unfortunately, none of what I ordered a fuckload of stuff. Other than that, none of what I ordered decided to come in. So we got this cleaned out today. I went and bought bicycle. Went and bought a second shop vac. And we're redoing the porch. But went and ordered a second shop vac to get everything cleaned out so I could get hers cleaned out. And this will be the last trip with the truck, in theory, with a blown motor. But got a motorcycle trailer and 3 more of those chocks on order. And yeah, probably when we get back 2 or 3 weeks, we got the tires. That was about $2 grand. Other than that, we're gonna see if Bertha starts. And while it's down, I would love to get the seat refurbished. I'm still trying to find a place that can do it, but this is a $2,200 seat. You guys have been telling me I can just go and get stock stuff, and it's like, this is not, they don't even make these anymore. Suburban Seats discontinued them, so yeah, we're gonna go down the road, get some ice for the chest, because we are packed full of waters, Gatorade, and chocolate milk. So let's get out of here. So keep in mind, we're about to drive 1,200 miles, and this motor is running on 4 cylinders. So let's see how she starts. Not bad at all. Just out of curiosity, yeah, she ain't happy, but she's gonna have to do 1,200 miles to go. Something to take into consideration is that a lot of people are mad that I blew this motor up, and I want to let you guys know that I think I've already said this, but I do not physically need to run Hotshot to make money at all, whatsoever. This is extra stuff, it's content, it's free advertising, so I get to pretty much do whatever the fuck I want with this truck. And when we take this into Fire Punk to get the new motor done, I have been looking into doing rod bolts on the new motor, because I would really like a hard limiter tune to where you can just whop, 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 whop. I want that, because it sounds fucking sick, shoots fireballs, Fucking sick. Also, I'm really glad I don't have to stare at one of those anymore. So one of the reasons I say you should get an oil pressure gauge, so we're cruising down the highway at 30 PSI right now. So, time to swap an oil filter. It should be about 60, in between 50 and 60, and then when you're towing and it gets hot, it shouldn't be anything under 40. So we're gonna swap another Mobil 1 filter on it. We got a trash can right there. Let's get it. So generally every time I've blown up a motor and the oil pressure gets low, usually it's one of two things. Either the filter itself is getting clogged early, because it hasn't even been 10,000 miles. Okay, never mind, we're on the 8,000 mile mark. Or two, we're getting fuel dilution. I don't smell any fuel, so I already checked it. We're not losing oil, which is concerning to me, because either we could be losing and gaining fuel. Yeah, she ain't happy. You know, I could have just went home and replaced the motor, but you guys ain't here for that bullshit. You know what? You guys want a show at someone else's expense, and that's what I'm gonna give you. Look at that, our pressure just went up. Let's see what it, look at that.
The bathroom, and I fucking...
Look at that, we have oil pressure again. So it was the oil filter. So I just fed her. I'm gonna go pull over there and take her potty quick. But yeah, that's all it was. We just had to swap an oil filter. One of the many reasons, if you guys buy any turbocharged vehicle in general, not just diesels, but your work trucks, always have a legitimate oil pressure gauge in your trucks at all times. And if you have the fourth gen truck, I still recommend having one. Like, it will save you so much. Alright guys, everything's been good. Oil pressure, ever since we did the oil filter, has been in between 64 and 65 the entire trip. We did get fuel at one point. So I'm gonna sit here and transfer the tank. I don't know if I'm allowed to park here, but I'm gonna park here because I'm like, I don't know, 15 minutes away. We're gonna try to get up at like 8 in the morning. So, oh man, let's fill this tank. All right, so customer has asked me not to film this one. All I can show you is that. We are loaded, we are heavy, probably 12,000 pounds. We're bringing it back to the shop for repairs. So you're just gonna have to deal with what I give you, because yeah, I was told just, yeah, can't put the name on there. So other than that, we're taking this back to the shop. This will be project number 8, and then I got 2 more projects that are coming in next week or the week after. So just letting her go potty quick, and then we got about 8.5 hours to home. I've already filled up last night. Hopefully we don't use any more fuel than what I already, put in. But it's like 550 miles, something like that. So I should be home by about 7:30, 8 o'clock. We're actually gonna go to the shop, drop it off, enjoy the 4th of July, and then we'll come back to it. Well, boys, we popped a tire. Oh, we popped a tire. So we got it. There's a tire shop 5 minutes up the road. I'm gonna head up there. Hopefully this weigh station's closed, because I literally, right before the weigh station, there's the weigh station right there. Oh hell. All right, well, I'm gonna try to sneak my way on through, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. But let's go get this tire replaced. Oh, it's closed. I just missed the sign. Hell yeah. So if you guys don't know, first of all, the guy's replacing the tire now. Second of all, this is pretty much a reenactment of what happened back in 2019. So what ended up happening was I broke one of the pistons. I don't know which one, but I do know. I broke cylinder 1 on my original 2004, the truck that I 12 out swapped. Blew it up out in California, took a load to Texas, and then for some reason I sat in Texas for a while and idled and just sat in Texas. Then I took a load back up to Pennsylvania. Then I went back out to New Jersey and pulled a 48-foot trailer to Maryland and then back. I put 5,000 miles on that truck with hole number 1 on 5 cylinders, and it did it. So this is a reenactment of that, because I lost all of that content back in the day. But yeah, so that was the channel that got hacked. So this isn't the first time I've done this. I know what these Cummins motors can take, and I do not give a fuck. I'm gonna get my jobs done, and then we will put the new motor in. So we've been driving for a while since we got the tire replaced. Bertha's doing fine. She is doing fine. We're just filling the tank now, letting her go potty. She's got all this room to just run. I'm gonna take a piss when she's done and get out of here. That is the thickest, greenest diesel I have ever seen. I don't usually see it that thick and green. It's weird. Usually it's a lot more clear, but whatever. We're gonna be getting a new hose soon too, because this one's kinda cracking. Luckily, if you guys don't have one of these handles like that, the amount of times I have overfilled this tank with the other handle, I love this thing. We're like 25 minutes from home and we've had like no problems. This hill up here. How does one blow up a Cummins? 647 minutes, 719 miles on this tank. I left the house last night at like 6, 7 o'clock, and it's 9 o'clock. So generally, diesels are a violent shutdown. You can hear it, like there's no violence on shutdown on this thing. So we're at the shop now. Like I said, can't show you what I'm hauling because they said, well, I mean, yeah, they don't want it. They don't want it on camera. So there'll be something for here. But I'm gonna take the Honda home. I got my bike at home. So we're gonna load this thing up. Just know that we are about 21,000 pounds. And for you guys saying about the tire pressures. So when I'm loaded, my rears go up to 90 from the heat, and then the fronts stay around 80. And then when there's no load and the truck's even, generally they'll shoot up to like 86. So it's not a tire pressure problem. It's just that the outside is not as deep as the inside, which I don't know why they did that, but it is what it is. All right, guys, so it is now the 5th of July. So we had our 4th of July. I got back that night. Bertha's been running for this long. I had to make a quick trip down to Maryland. So I couldn't put anything with that trailer. It was pretty much a truck in an enclosed trailer. I can't have anything with the business on like the side. It's just one of those, I gotta get it in and get it fixed. So you guys won't see any of that. But I'm gonna get Bertha cleaned up. We're gonna clean up the motor and everything. If you guys go back and look at the mileage this happened, I think we're at about 4,100 miles since the motor failure. So I'm gonna get Bertha completely degreased, cleaned off, everything, and then go park at the shop. And then I'm gonna do my damnedest to not drive this truck because like it still runs and everything. It does fine, but I got a whole other motor, and the plan is to eventually rebuild this motor, but unfortunately, obviously after putting 4,000 miles on a blown motor, it's probably scored the cylinder walls a little bit on 4 and 6. I know those were our problem childs. So, as long as the crank is good and everything else is good, which these trucks very rarely have bearing issues, unless you're physically running them out of oil to where you spin a bearing, they very rarely have bearing issues. It's always the piston rings that go on these things, or a rocker, or an injector. So, everything should be good there. This motor, I'm gonna show you guys in my history what this truck physically goes through, because I don't think people really realize what I do to this truck when I'm home. Check this out. This motor has seen 1450 on the EGTs plenty of times and used to see 275 degrees on the coolant temp, 43 pounds of boost. These are the numbers, 3,650 RPMs. You guys see what I mean? So Also, I went to the gym and I let the truck run the entire time I was in there because it's 88 and my dog's here. But if I shut this thing off, okay, that one was a little aggressive. But generally when you shut off a 5.9 Cummins, even a 6.7, I don't know about all diesels, but generally like the 5.9, 6.7s, any of the B series engines, they are so aggressive on shutoff. And Bertha with the 2 cylinders down, not really that aggressive on shutdown. And when I go to start this truck up, like I went and did a cold start this morning, mind you, it was already 80 degrees. When it cranked, it felt like a dead crank for a second. Like nothing was firing, like you were just holding an open starter, and then it fired up. But yeah, so definitely going to get this taken care of. We're going to come back better than ever. I got a motor with 200,000 miles. We're going to reuse the head, get that machined and everything. We're going to put a big cam in it. I'm going to be moving my stage 4 cam over. I got a Colt cam stage 4 cam. We're going to, the whole build, everything from this motor's going over there, the VGT and everything. And I understand some guys are upset that this happened and they're like, oh, this and that. And it's like, this was going to happen regardless. This truck has 380 some, almost 390,000 miles on it, and literally pushing 600 horsepower worth of fuel and air. Granted, I do have it turned down because the trans can't handle anything over like maybe 475, but yeah, it's like this, it was bound to happen eventually. It's like, if I get 100,000 miles out of a motor, I'm happy. And I bought this truck at like 248, something like that, and we're at 387 right now. So I got my money's worth. I got the content out of it. This will bring me so much extra work anyway in advertisements, because you guys see that there is nothing that I cannot do on the road. You guys have seen me pull transmissions on the side of the highway. You guys have seen me pull transmissions in parking lots and replace transmissions and clutches and torque converters and you name it. I can do pretty much all of it. And this truck has been relatively reliable. So let's get Bertha cleaned up and go from there. We're going to be driving the Honda for a couple weeks. We're going to do one final fill the tank, see how much diesel she has left. But I think she came out all right. Not perfect by any means, but, not a scratch. Oh, that is a scratch. Those were professionally painted. That sucks. Oh well, not a big deal. These were definitely not. She looks a lot better. This will be one final park the truck. I cleaned the underside as well, so it should be easy. Also, I'd really still love to get some Fire Punk springs. If anybody knows where I can get them, because look how low that is. That looks fucking sick. Also, we're gonna end this video off with, I still get comments on the tires. I don't think people understand how tires work and what actually blows tires out. I really don't. This being bald, look how much the inside tread is. There is still this much in here. I could re-groove this and it would be perfectly fine. These are not going to blow out. They're not. Oh shit. Oh shit. I just cleaned that. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. But yeah, they're not gonna blow out just because they're fucking bald on the outer edges. There's still that much tread left that I could cut out. They're fine. So we got 99,000 miles out of them. We're gonna replace the motor. We're gonna get the new tires on as soon as the new motor is in. Yeah, it's gonna be expensive, but it's okay, because it's only money. We make it every day. It's all good. Hope you guys enjoyed this bullshittery. I'll see you guys. Also, if you guys want to avoid blowouts, get one of these, because you'll know that a tire is going to blow out probably about 3-4 minutes before a tire actually blows out. Heat is what creates tire blowouts. And I'm gonna have to go grab some degreaser and give it a nice wipe. That sucks. That's some bullshit right there.